Hi everyone and welcome to a new video. Today we are playing Synergy. That's, I think, the biggest game Steam Next Fest 24 has produced, and obviously I didn't play it during Steam Next Fest. And yeah, we're going straight in, and I have a little bit of a bonus because I recorded 2 episodes of that game before, so I'm skipping the tutorial and I'm gonna tell you about it next. So I have played this game now and we're not finding out for ourselves. But yeah, Synergy is a base builder basically, and as you can see you have this wasteland and green water stuff, so everything is a little bit toxic. That's the base of the game, so a little bit like Endzone, for example. All these post-apocalyptic, that's what I wanted to say, builder games are the same. You have stuff that you can harvest from the world and you have to clean them and repair them, and mostly you have to clean the world and make the world an actual better place. And the first thing is the most important thing for humans, which is water, and we can place this pontoon here to, well, collect water. And you can see it's green, so we're not really able to use that one. And I'm gonna stick it here. And we need this retention basin, which cleans the water basically. And we need 2. And we connect it via path. But actually I don't know if we really need a path. And we can speed it up a little bit. In the beginning there isn't that much to do. We're gonna stick 2 people in here because the tutorial tells us to in a second. Yeah, and the thing about Synergy is that it just looks so beautiful. You can see it for yourself. I sadly cannot zoom in further, and that's probably because it's hand painted, or it has this hand painted look. I think it's hand painted. My older studio, which I worked before, we did that same style in our games, but I think this is new for builder and management games, and I'm so happy that they chose to do that. Yeah, the tutorial is pretty easy and it's a pretty relaxing game actually. Let me have a sip. It's not like other builder games. It doesn't really focus on doing more and more and more. It's weirdly different. So we're just activating these retention basins. Yeah, vital water, you know. Water is vital, obviously. And we have seasons and we have current weather. We can see that on the left down there. I don't know if that's actually implemented because I haven't seen something different than just the temperate season. Yeah, and you're missing toxic water. That's normal in the beginning. That was the same. I think I only need 1. And we now have to obtain 20 clean water. And for now I'm gonna fill these with all people because we have lots of people, and that's going to be faster. And we can remove all these items, but actually, and that's where I have a bonus because I played an hour of this game already, we need those plants. And actually these plants help your citizens have more well-being. So it's important that in the radius of your houses you have lots of decorations and lots of forestry and lots of shade from the sun, because, and we, like, that's a problem with climate change right now. It's getting hotter and hotter, and you need these areas of shade to cool you down when the world is so hot. And we see that here it's only sand, so it's pretty hot in this area. Yeah, they're working, and it takes a lot of time before everything works. And we have here our starting storage. We can connect, so it has a better connection. Oh, it was yeah, we're at home. That's right, because we completed the first tutorial, and we need now stone. And I think I already put some down. Yeah, there's some boreal rock, and we can withdraw those and withdraw those. And I think I'm gonna extend that path up here and then this direction. Yeah, why not? And maybe I'm gonna extend it to here and then loop back. Can I do that? Yeah, okay, cool. Because they actually walk on these paths, and I'm gonna create a little circle here. I know that already. I did that in my previous thing, and yeah, I need to get that. I know that. Now we have this small storage warehouse, and I'm going to put that a little bit outside. I think here is fine. And the reason being, we want the houses that we are soon to be able to unlock. We want those near the water, because water is still a nice place to live, even if it's toxic as hell, as this is. Yeah, and it's a pretty calm game, and we can see that in a moment. I'm rushing through some of these here, obviously, because I played it multiple times. So we have lots of boreal rock, so when this completes, then we are actually finished, and these basins work pretty good. Yeah, that's fine. The tower already has some items in it, and it works a little bit like Banished, for example, with the people. We have a population, and all people that don't have a fixed job, they do chores like moving items around, like this guy here, Geshin. Are they genderless? That's cool. Yeah, I like that, because it's not important for these types of games, in my opinion. So we have 20 of 30. I think those, yeah, these all bring 10. So we're finished now. That's good. So we unlocked housing. That's here. We have 4 different houses. And actually, let me see if there is a difference. No. So these 3 are the same, and they just look different, which is so nice to just have different houses to choose. I can't remember any like city builder or like town builder game that does these kinds of things. I think I'm going to put a house here and extend there. So we are going to put down 3 houses, and I'll just take all of them, because I know we need those. Every house can host 4 people, and we have 10, so 3 should be enough for the moment. But these tutorials, they give you people actually. And if a cycle ends, I don't know actually how long a cycle is. We'll see that at some point. When a cycle ends, then you get children, for example, if you have free spaces. So we need a cellar and 3 houses, and a cellar works a little bit like a market, I would say, in games that you might know. So it's a kind of storage, but it holds like things for the people. So I think I'm going to put it on the right side. Maybe just here. Yeah, I think that's the best place for it. So yeah, it obviously takes quite a long time, and we see now we don't have workers available. So here is no courier available, which is a big problem. But when these houses are finished, then everything will work pretty well. Okay. Let's wait a little bit. And I think I'm going to speed it up again, because the game gets more complicated. It seems pretty easy, but there's a research mechanic in it, which is a whole nother level of cool. Yeah, and these all need the water, so the cellar provides it for them. And it needs bark and boreal rock, and I think we have bark already. Yeah, bark. And you can collect this from these sprouts, for example, but we don't know what we can do with these at the moment, and we have to research that to find it out, which is a pretty cool idea. And I think after that we unlock this. So these don't have anything right now because this one is not finished yet, but we're getting workers now to make those. These are finished. They are building this. So if the boreal rock is now at the site, then we can start. Let me see how much we have. 65. Okay, that's well and truly enough, I would say. Yeah. And I think it's just everything about this game is so weird because I'm like used to like getting into these management games, and actually the last few weeks or actually I think months, I would say, I stopped playing a lot of these management games because they became repetitive and too much like a work thing, if you know what I mean. And this is a new take on the genre, I would say. And I don't know why I haven't noticed the game. And I think I forgot there is a rudimentary tent, but it only has capacity for 2. It's a little bit smaller, so we could actually do that, but I think these ones are better. Maybe they're not. Maybe they're just the same, but I don't know. They look much nicer. Alright, so the cellar is being built. And we can... So I'm gonna leave these up. I know I need those. And all of these bushes, we need those too. There are ruins here. We can, I think, just collect them. These are ancient ruins. I actually don't know what we get from those. I haven't like noticed in the game, and the map is pretty big. Oh, there's some huge rocks and something different, or is it water, or I don't know if it's water or something else. There's like a cool structure here. Yeah, it's so pretty calm, pretty peaceful. I don't think you have any enemies. My words. This person has a weird animation. That's funny, actually. Okay. I think that this shouldn't have happened, but it's a demo. Obviously, the game is slated to release in Q2 2024, so we don't have to wait that much. And what I said was true. We now get 4 adults for completing the housing quest, and now we have the analyze quest. So we have this new building, 2 types actually. We have the field lab, which is pretty important. I'm gonna stick it outside again. I'm gonna stick it here, yes. And we have the picker's cabin. And the picker's cabin, and you see that all of these plants get highlighted. They can, as the name suggests, pick things. And I'm gonna place one here, and I'm gonna place just one for now. I think we need the cider sprouts as well. So we're going to add some here. That's a better place. Alright, so these pickers cabins, they let us automate basically food production and resource gathering. And the first thing I'm going to do is use them for the sharp bushes. We could cut them down, but that removes the bush. And that's a bad thing because we see on the map we don't have lots of resources, and we need all the resources we can get. And when we analyze those, now we have the field lab, we can add 2 people, and I think I'm going to remove 2 people here because we have enough water. And they all complain that we don't have food. So this needs to be built. If we analyze now things, for example, surface analysis, this bush, and we need fully grown elements to actually analyze. So I'm gonna take this tree as well, and these barky things. I'm gonna use this one and this one. They now go fetch some stuff and basically analyze, and then you get more information what you can do with those. And you have different options how to trim or cut or pick the bush. but you also have different effects. So all plants have behaviors and impacts to the surrounding. I haven't got to that information yet. Maybe we can in the next episode. I'm gonna record 2, maybe tomorrow actually, because it's getting pretty late now. So okay, first picker cabin is ready. I'm gonna put 2 directly, and here you can see we can now select. So fruit picking, well, the name suggests we just pick the berries and the stuff from it, and trimming is we trim the bushes. Then the bushes go to their like smaller state, but they are not gone and they can grow again. But we need fruit picking to begin with. I'm gonna leave these one out because we want those for research, and we're gonna pick, I think, all of them. And the problem is the picker's cabin can only do one thing at once. So we will need some other things from this soon. So I think, is it here? No, I think here. We don't, yeah. We need sticks. And we get sticks from those. And we can see that after we've analyzed something. Okay, we have a first analysis report, and it's actually from the sunshade tree. And now we can see if we cut that tree down, then we get tree trunks and bark. And bark we use for housing, and tree trunks I think as well, maybe later, for maybe bigger houses, or we can upgrade this. But we don't need that at the moment. And you can see some things are different, and they actually have needs, which I'm realizing just now after playing it for a whole hour. Yeah, but the most important thing is these moisture pots, which are basically just food, and we need 20 of them to start the thing. And now you can see these don't complain, and they have a little bit of well-being, so 2 out of 20, and it's pretty hard to get those to 20, I found. And I think probably, oh interesting, there's a temperature. Yeah, I don't think it tells you why it is that you have 2. I think it's because you have these riverbanks here, and yeah, maybe this one as well. So this should have 2, yeah, all have 2. I don't know. It could be just that they have food and water and what is it? The other thing, the third thing, I forgot. Okay. Not to worry. Yeah. We need to analyze a moisture port bearing plant. Didn't I do that already? Was I stupid and picked the wrong? Well, then just do that. We'll take these ones. Yeah, and now you can see we have 3 actions we can do. So cutting down, I know that from my previous game, will give us the berries and also sticks, but the plant is gone. Picking gives us only the berries, and the plant has to regrow, and cutting it down also gives us only the sticks, and it has to regrow. And we see that here they don't have the berries anymore, but the plant is still a plant and not nothing. And I think those, I thought they would make them go away. Okay, interesting. I'm gonna add this one. Is it time average? Okay. And we need to keep an eye on our housing, and I see we don't have enough housing, so I'm gonna build a second house here. I'm gonna try something. I'm gonna just build it here and see if it actually works. I think it works, so we don't need these streets everywhere. I think I'm gonna build a street here because it just looks nicer. A little bit of like an anno vibe. And we will need space in between because we have decorations that we have to plant that actually affect the mood. Like these things, we want to fill them. I don't know why we want to fill them, but we want to. We have an infirmary. I'm not gonna build one because I don't think we need it right now. And it didn't explain anything to me that I need it now. Right, the second picker's cabin is ready, so let's add a citizen. And now, let's see, did it already? No, it didn't. So analyze this, please. And then maybe this one. Poor, healthy. Okay, interesting. So this one is healthy and this one is poor. I think the difference is because we have some dirt here, or maybe the temperature is different. I don't know, but we have different states, and I think the needs are how we can improve those. And you're not doing anything. I think we're going to trim those two, and we won't do these ones. I know that they have some toxins or something and damage our people. Okay, we have lots of new analysis reports. We are going to look at them. So the cinder sprout, these ones, if you cut them down, we get bark. If we just pick them, we get also bark. And if we harvest them, we get cinder kernels, and we can use them for different resources. I found we don't need those. And that's what I talked about the river bank finger. The plant gets killed when we prune those. So we don't want to do that. And if we do a complete cut down, then we get these seeds, but workers will be exposed to the toxic. So that's a thing we have to keep in mind. And these are the sharp bushes that I already explained, and we will need sticks in the long term. And I think we did that twice, so it doesn't really add any more value. It might get changed, hopefully, in the full game, that they don't do these. This is what you found out, and that's what you previously obtained, and to only show you what you added, like new information, to make it a little bit more readable. Okay, so now it gets into the nitty-gritty things. We need to build a kitchen, and this is a forge, I think. This makes tools, and I didn't really understand the icon here. And this is also quite detailed, and I think for the icons that's not the best idea because you can't really read it, but I mean that's a very noticeable color, so I think that's not a problem. And yeah, we have base costs, and I don't know what true costs are. I think there is some efficiency here. I think the text is cut here a little bit. Yeah, we are going to build those, and I'm gonna build a kitchen first because we need 40 simple meals, and that might take a little while, and I'm going to put that up here because we don't need it at the top, and the forge as well. Let me do it like this, and then we can do a little street here. Maybe like a small side street in here. That's nicer. Yeah, so we need a second picker's cabin actually, because they can't do picking and trimming at the same time. Maybe that changes, maybe not. But yeah, we're going to use, I think, these two ones and those in the back, or maybe those, to pick things. So let's give the picker building a try. And yeah, this one is new, and you can see this one doesn't have well-being and those ones have. So I think those ones are close enough to the water, or maybe close enough to the riverbank finger, and we can increase that later. Do we have number of childs? 2. Okay, I'm gonna build a second house, I think. Let's take this one. A fifth one, I mean. Right, the kitchen is almost ready. That's pretty good. The picker's cabin, not because we need another person. Alright. They're picking, they're building. Obviously, if you want to build lots of things in parallel, everything takes longer. That's normal. And now we knew we need lots of more things. And I'm gonna play it as I would not know what to do. We have these cabbage plants here. It's called cabbage shrub. And I'm gonna analyze them first to see what they get. I actually know already what they get, but I think it's more interesting if we keep the suspense a little bit. And the weird thing is, they didn't do the whipping gourd. I thought I had them selected. Let me select it first. So the whipping gourd, let's do this one. It's in a poor state, that's fine. I think that's fine. All right, so new analysis, we have this whipping gourd. Did I do it just now? Am I just stupid? Oh, I think I just didn't view the resume. So it added that we can do an isothermal gel from them. And I think we didn't find any new information about the bark. I think I did too many of those. I'm gonna add a person here and I'm having a look. Now we have too many people working somewhere. So I'm going to try and reduce, I think, now those people, because it takes and I think only one here as well. We don't have berries or like moisture. I know it's called moisture pods, but that's okay. Here we have another picker cabin, and I'm gonna be honest. I need more people. Maybe I've just played a little bit too fast. I could reduce those because we have so much water. Yeah, I don't know. I think we need also a little bit more borrowed rock. Yeah, let's get 2 of those. Now we need clean water. Someone will bring them there. And we need vegetables. Oh, we could use just those. I'm stupid. Okay, let me pause that one. And you are going to pick. I want to wait for you. Yeah. So this person or Cifer is checking out the shrub. And this is sharp bush as well. This is sharp bush. They're all in a poor state. Well, I think the whole world is in a poor state, at least in the game. In our world we have a little bit more time, I think. So the only thing is that we need vegetables. And we are now analyzing this new shrub. And it takes a little bit. A new stone house is built. And it works just like in Banished, I would say. They move in and then the empty slots will get babies. But I think the difference is that you don't actually need 2 people. I think it just fills it up with new children if you have space. And it doesn't go that deep to say you need 2 people and they get married or something like that. And I think that's a good idea. I don't think these types of games need those details and make it more complicated to like implement all phases of people being together. Okay, a new analysis. So this shrub can produce vegetables and we need those, and flexible fibers. I haven't needed those in my last playthrough, so we are going to add those. Let me go up there and I'm going to pick lots of them. We need this stuff. That's why I built it, right? So trimming. We want to trim this and this. And we want to trim this in the back and this and this. I think that's enough. going to trim those just to have a little bit of it. And maybe there's one in the back. I think that's fine. Yeah, that's good. Oh, and it actually, that's pretty cool actually. It shows you when you researched it, and that's probably why you research it. It shows you what you get. So I'm gonna destroy this plant if I trim those. And that's the thing I'm doing. Can I change that? Maybe later. Okay. But I need a person, so let's try and have another person. We have 9 employed, that's good. I think the building is a little bit confusing. I think building should be an extra task. Okay, so you're picking those, and you might ask, like, for what do we need those? We need those for the forge. And we need a person there too. Right, he's cooking, or they're cooking. Zaphion is cooking. Great names for all YouTubers to pronounce. The little town is growing. That's awesome. And yeah, and I think in the next episode we will grow it even bigger and faster. If you liked it, leave a like. That would mean so much to me. And if you like that game and you want to see more of that, like for example, a 2nd, 3rd, 4th, 5th, 100th video, then let me know in the comments. And yeah, and otherwise just have a nice day, have a nice evening, have a nice morning, whatever time you watch this video. Goodbye.